Hey guys, Spot Review back with another video. So today I'm going to be making a video about the iPhone 12, 5 things I hate about it. So this phone just came out last week and I've already seen some flaws with this phone by just using it for a few days by now, and I've noticed a few flaws in this phone and I don't really expect these flaws to be in a $849 phone. So let's get right into the video. Alright, so the first problem I encountered with this phone is the price. Now this phone is $850 and it's a pretty expensive phone, and you should be getting what you should get in an $850 phone. And if you see other Android phones in this price range, especially the OnePlus 8T that just came out, and that phone has some really good specs, has a much better and faster screen, and doesn't really have the features that Android would have in this price range. It doesn't have a 120 hertz screen, only has a only has a 60 hertz screen, so it's pretty lacking in that territory of the hertz. So that's one flaw that I've seen so far, is that actually two flaws, because the price and it doesn't have a 120 hertz display. So for $850 you're not really getting those features that you should be getting. And that brings me on to the second feature, and that's that when you tap on the screen, it feels like it's really, there's like something inside. It doesn't like feel like it should be like packed in all together. It feels like it's really hollow. It's like tapping on like a hollow wooden tube, and you feel like there's nothing in it. But I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm just gonna tap it for you guys and see if you guys can hear it. And it just feels like that. It just feels like it's something hollow inside. Whereas you compare it to an Android phone, this phone's only $300, so you can feel how much better it sounds. So as you can see, it already sounds much better compared to a $300 phone. It just doesn't sound that good in my opinion. It doesn't feel like that it's built correctly. It doesn't feel like the build quality is there for an $850 phone. Now this just might be me, but in my opinion, I just don't feel like that this phone feels like an $850 phone. Now that also brings me on to the next feature that I hate. Not feature, but another part of the build quality I hate, and it's that the back of the iPhone is just glossy. So you get your fingerprints on there, and it's not really that ideal, and it looks pretty ugly. So when you get your fingerprints smudged on there, it doesn't really look that good. So you do have to get a microcloth and carefully wipe it down, and so you can see when you wipe it down, it looks really good, but once again, just flip it over like this and flip it back over, you have fingerprints on it. So it's not really avoidable unless you put a case on it, or you have a debrand skin or something like that that just covers it completely. But yeah, so that's the feature. I actually hate that the most because the phone just doesn't look that good in my opinion. And I also don't like that they made the camera module matte and this part all glossy, so it doesn't really match that well. It just doesn't look that good in my opinion, because I feel like this part should be glossy and this part should be matte, just like the Pro Series. The Pro Series look much better, but the Pro Series, there are some cons too, so I'll make a video about that once get that. But so far I've covered 4 cons about this phone, and the last con is that this phone is just so small. Now I'm pretty sure it was like 15 or 20% smaller than the iPhone 11, and that's just doesn't feel good in your hands, especially when you're playing games. Now I said this is a $300 Android over here, and this has a 6.2 inch display, and this iPhone has a 6.1 inch display, so you can see how much smaller the iPhone is compared to this $300 Samsung Galaxy A30. Now on the back, the iPhone does look better, but you just can see the size difference in this and how much thicker it is in size. And I was actually playing some Call of Duty on this phone, and it's pretty hard because the screen is so small you can't really put your fingers on here. I usually use 3 fingers, one for moving around, one for moving player's head around, and the other one for shooting. So it's kind of hard with the small screen, and also because it's squared, I feel like it's much easier to hold a rounded phone just like this phone right here. So when you have it rounded, it just feels much better compared to this iPhone 12 right here, where it's all boxy. So I just don't think that looks good in my opinion. But there we have it. These are the 5 cons that I came across with the iPhone 12. I'm sure I'm going to experience more as I use it more often, but these are the 5 cons that I noticed right off the bat, right after unboxing this phone and using it for a few hours. And these are the 5 cons. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for my next video where I make a video about saying the 5 things I like about this phone, and another video where I compare this to the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, which is Samsung's second best flagship right now. So that phone's around $1,400, but you can get that for around $800. Same price range as this, but we're gonna compare how it stacks up to an Android. As I said in the beginning, that in my opinion, this iPhone does not have the features of an Android. If you guys want to stay tuned for that video, please subscribe with notifications on. Share this video, comment down below what other videos I should do with this iPhone. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Peace.